Are you looking for the best security cameras? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best security cameras on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Google Nest Security Cam, Wired. If you're coming in fresh to smart home security, Google's range of products is an accessible way to go, and the Nest Cam is a good entry point. It's likely you already have a Google account, whether for the company's apps like Gmail and Google Docs, for posting to YouTube, or leaving a coffee shop review on Google Maps. The company's omnipresence may be alarming in its scope, but it certainly makes signing up for stuff easier. Google's Home app is clean and simple to figure out, even for first-timers, with clearly labeled tabs and intuitive buttons. For example, there's a clear Add button on the Devices tab, instead of a tiny plus sign like in most other apps. The app presents a clear walkthrough when you want to set up a new camera, with a step-by-step illustrated experience that should be easy for anyone to follow. Routines are simple to customize, and the app uses plain language instead of tech speak. It's also pretty effortless to see your camera feed on a Nest Hub, your Google TV or streamer. Even iPhone users can fully wield the app, including using it for location-based triggers, such as only notifying you of a detected action when you're away from home. The Nest Cam itself is the best looking of the devices I tested. It's made up of 2 little half-orbs with a matte finish and comes in basic white, tan, gray, or an extra cute sand with maplewood base. The 2 halves are connected by a small arm that lets you manually adjust the angle, with about a 90-degree range of motion up and down and 360 degrees of side-to-side adjustment. The base acts as both a stand and a wall mount, and the unit feels sturdy overall. The camera doesn't have the widest field of view, just 135 degrees on the diagonal. I noticed the picture was narrower than that of other cameras, but it was still able to cover all the action I'd wanted it to. I also appreciated the attached 10-foot cord, and if you're particular about having wireless cameras, Nest has one of those as well that works much the same way but costs $80 more. Without the $8 per month Nest Aware subscription, you only get 3 hours of the most recent event history. That's not a lot. Such scanned history means the camera is really just good as an accurate notification system attached to a live feed. If the camera records something interesting while you're away, that 3-hour window may not be long enough for you to get around to viewing it. But if you're willing to pay, you can see the past 30 days of recorded activity. A Nest Aware Plus plan, $15 monthly, lets you watch up to 90 days of history and enables up to 10 days of 24/7 recordings. People, animal and vehicle detection, and customizing alerts for those, does not require a subscription, however, which is a nice added perk. The 1080p HD video felt the most true to life of the cams I tried. It's neither too cold nor warm, with subtle but accurate colors. At night, the infrared images were smooth and less grainy than on other cams, but I did notice the Nest Cam was more likely to stream in black and white when the lights were low. Speaking of other cameras, the Nest Cam appears to be more sensitive to interference from other devices. When I had the Nest set up near a few other live cameras, it kept disconnecting. Once I moved it a few feet away and by itself, the problem disappeared. Signal interference is a somewhat common thing among connected equipment, but I was surprised the Nest Cam was the only one I tried to be affected by the proximity. At number 2. Blink Outdoor 4. If you use Alexa heavily or have many Alexa-enabled devices in your home, the security camera system to get is Blink Outdoor 4. Not only can you arm and disarm the camera system with Alexa voice commands, but you can also use voice commands to bring up camera feeds on Echo Show smart displays. Blink cameras also have an edge over Ring cameras thanks to their longer battery life and easier-to-use app. One particular qualm we had with the Ring stick-up cam, the wireless security camera most equivalent to a Blink Outdoor 4 camera in the Ring lineup, is that it charges up via micro USB. It's 2025, and that's too antiquated for us to recommend. Aside from their Alexa perks, Blink Outdoor 4 cameras are just easy to install, use and add to over time. Bundles come with the required sync module, which connects all of your home's Blink cameras together so you can see them all in the app, and you can buy add-on cameras at your leisure. The sync module also has a USB port that can take a thumb drive for local storage, so while you get a 30-day free trial of Blink's subscription service when you buy a new kit, you don't have to pay for it to get the most crucial features. As the name suggests, The outdoor 4 cameras are weather resistant and can be used inside or outside. You get a simple mount for each camera in the basic packs, but you can buy all other manner of mounting options if you have a different setup in mind. All of the most standard security camera features are present here and accessible without a monthly fee: motion alerts, 1080p video recording, two-way audio and HD night view. Motion settings can be customized on a per-camera basis, and you can set activity zones, areas where motion detective is active, and privacy zones, areas in which no motion is detected and no video is recorded, for each as well. That gives you a lot of control. For example, you could have blink cameras inside and outside your home, only have motion alerts set for the outdoor cameras and check in on the indoor camera feeds as necessary. I found motion detection to be pretty good, almost too good in some cases. Some of my most active blink cameras were occasionally triggered by changes in sunlight or plants wafting in a strong breeze. But you are able to adjust the motion sensitivity of each camera if you need to. Video and audio quality of recorded clips is good, with the latter being good enough that I could hear a phone conversation my mailman was having while he dropped off packages to my porch. Blink's standard features are robust enough that we'd recommend most people pop for a thumb drive and stick with local storage for saving clips. But if you want a few extra perks, the Blink subscription plan is either $30 basic or $100 plus annually. The latter gives you more flexibility right off the bat because it supports unlimited connected cameras, whereas basic only supports one. Otherwise, extra features include extended live view, unlimited cloud storage for up to 60 days in person/pet detection. The price is also right for Blink Outdoor 4 cameras if you know when to buy. The standard price of a single camera system is $100, but we highly recommend waiting for one of the many Blink sales that happen on Amazon throughout the year that knock the price down to between $40 and $60. Not only does that lower the barrier to entry if you want to try out a Blink system, but if you end up liking it, you don't have to spend a ton to add more devices to it over time. At number 3. Blink Mini 2. You don't get as many features with the Blink Mini 2 as with other security cameras, but the price is tough to beat, particularly since it's often on sale for as low as $20. The device is small and looks a lot like a black webcam, but it feels solid. You can adjust the camera to a wide range of angles, and when I grabbed the little head to point it where I wanted, it didn't feel like it was going to break. Blink is an Amazon company, but you'll still need to sign up for a Blink account before you can link it to Alexa. Make sure you use the same email you have on file with Amazon when you sign up for Blink if you want to properly connect the two. Despite what felt like an extra step, the overall setup was fairly painless and quick. Then, you can view your camera feed through the Alexa app on an Echo Show, Fire Tablet, or Fire TV, but not on iOS or Android. You'll have to use the Blink app to view the feed on your smartphone, but thankfully, the Blink app is one of the simplest I've seen. Just 3 tabs at the bottom: Home, Clips, and Settings, make navigation a snap, but also clue you into the fact that Blink only does cameras and video doorbells. If you're looking for a brand with lots of interconnected security devices, this isn't it. Blink Mini 2 captures serviceable images, but it certainly isn't the highest quality. The bright spots were blown out and some of the darker areas were hard to make out. Though at night, the infrared nighttime view had decent clarity and the spotlight impressively lit up the room to capture color images. The biggest missing feature on the Blink Mini is the lack of automatic arming. Many other security cameras can tell when you've left the house if you've enabled location features and will automatically trigger your preferred settings, such as to record and notify you when motion is detected. With the Blink Mini 2, you need to manually arm the camera or schedule it to go on and off at certain times. You can ask Alexa to arm it for you, but you'll first need to set up an access code. That said, you do get a few features some other cams don't give you, such as the ability to set privacy zones and the onboard spotlight you can toggle on to record more detailed and color images in low light. The Mini 2 can also act as a doorbell chime if you happen to have a Blink video doorbell installed as well. The cam is also weather resistant, so you can set up the Blink Mini 2 outside if you also have the necessary special power adapter. The Blink subscription comes in 2 plans, one for $3 per month that covers one camera, and a $10 monthly plan that covers any number of cameras. You'll get a free trial of the subscription service with your device purchase, like most others offer, and I was pleased to learn that Blink's subscription plan didn't automatically renew. Without the subscription, you won't get specialized detection such as for people or pets, and you don't get any cloud storage, with a plan, you get 60 days. You do get basic motion alerts without a subscription, and I found those to be quick and accurate. As for storage, with a connected sync module too, you can store footage locally on a flash drive, which is typically more secure than sending footage off to the cloud. A feature called Blink Moments is available on the $10 plan and can stitch together footage from different cameras when motion is detected in a given time frame. In theory, you could see a delivery van pull up to your house, the driver get out and deliver the package in one clip with footage pulled from 3 different video feeds. I wasn't able to try out the feature as I just had one Blink device, but that could be a helpful feature if it actually works. At number 4. Reolink Altas PT Ultra. A number of security camera systems can hook up to solar panel accessories to provide power, but we found Reolink's cameras to provide the best value for your money in this space. One of the Reolink cameras we tested was the Altas PT Ultra, and you can get it with one solar panel for $230 regularly, but the bundle is often on sale for as low as $140. One of the key things to note about Reolink cameras in general is that most of them have designs that are best suited for outdoor installation. Most are designed to be mounted on the side of a home with brackets, or on roof overhangs so they can monitor from above. Unless you're comfortable drilling holes to install the cameras on your interior walls, you'll have to look elsewhere for indoor monitoring. The Altas PT Ultra is one of Reolink's newest battery-powered security cameras, and it really shines in that department. It has a 20,000 mAh battery built in that the company boasts can last up to 500 days when used in standard motion trigger mode, and even in cold weather. It can record high-quality 4K video and supports auto-tracking with a 355-degree pan and 90-degree tilt, so it's safe to say that most motion that occurs near this camera will be captured and followed, giving you a comprehensive view of the goings-ons. Auto-tracking isn't turned on by default, but you can easily enable it in Reolink's mobile app. Same goes for the pre-recording feature, which captures video 10 seconds before a motion detection video capture, potentially giving you more context and information about the motion that the camera recorded. Reolink's mobile app is pretty straightforward, collecting all of the brand's cameras you have installed on the main page. You can tap into any of them to get a more immersive, full-screen view of its feed and change settings on a per-camera basis like recording quality, motion detection, auto-tracking, and more. There are also handy quick controls on the main page for each camera that let you take photos and record snippets of video to be saved immediately. I found the app to be quite responsive, and since the Altas PT Ultra records in 4K, its videos were some of the highest quality ones I had during testing. 4K video is not necessary for everyone, it's arguably most useful for those monitoring businesses, and most 1080p security cameras will do just fine capturing activity in and around homes, but it's a nice-to-have feature. Reolink, unsurprisingly, has a cloud subscription plan that you can use to save videos, but the tiers and pricing are unclear. Reolink's main site only houses information about the company's hardware, and the dedicated Reolink Cloud doesn't have any easily accessible information about current plan pricing. If you're interested in signing up, you're prompted to make an account before you can see any pertinent plan and pricing information. I'd like to see more transparency here, but our general advice still stands: save footage locally if you can, and in this case, most Reolink cameras have built-in microSD card slots. But if you're interested, a Reolink representative shared pricing information with me upon request. Plans start at $7 per month for a standard LTE plan, which includes up to 30 GB of cloud storage, 30 days of cloud recording history and support for up to 5 cameras. We had a similarly good experience with Arlo security cameras, and you can get some of them with an optional solar panel for continuous power. But in general, Arlo cameras are a bit more expensive than Reolink's. For example, the top-of-the-line Arlo Ultra 2 4K security camera comes in at $300 and its accompanying solar panel costs an additional $60. The Reolink Altas PT Ultra costs $210 by itself, or $20 extra for a bundle that includes its solar panel.